Xolo. Hi, family. Love is the way forward. In this video, I'll be talking about earth angels and how the world is manipulated with science or science because they think they're sly. So let us begin. Earth is a garden with flowers and trees growing everywhere. Millions of alien creatures on the planet, in the jungle, the desert, mountains, and deep in the ocean. It's now 2021 and we live in a concrete jungle, and many of us are staring down at our machines, televisions, and our phones. Instead of enjoying God's creation, they're trapped in a man-made illusion, stuck on entertainment instead of inner attainment. The story of the Bible, Quran, and the Torah took place here on earth. They all speak of the garden. The blood in your veins is coated with information, data that has been passed down through generation all the way back to the beginning of time, Adam and Eve. Your blood has memory, and when activated, you tap into what I call a spiritual Wi-Fi. Some call it the Akashic Records. Some call it ether. Others say you're using your third eye. To activate this, you need unconditional love. You will cross the veil and you may become clairvoyant. You'll know things about people and places just by thinking about them. You'll see people's true intentions. This is called a spiritual awakening. People are curious about aliens in space, and we still don't have the technology to reach the bottom of the ocean. How could we make it to outer space then? How could you land on the moon the first time? You can't see gravity with a telescope. When you try to slow down your spaceship, you would have found out gravity is different on the moon. Houston, we got a problem. They even claim that they made a phone call in 1969 with this telephone right here. I still got bad reception in downtown LA with a smartphone. Hello! If the moon's lights light up the earth from thousands of miles away, how could you stand on the moon with that light 6 feet away from your face without going blind? Even if I was wearing a couple pairs of my gangster lokes from the swap meet, it would still be too bright for me, homie. Que loco! Loco! Like the great Bob Marley and Abe Lincoln say, you can fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool all the people all the time. And I can't sip that Kool-Aid, baby. When we ask better questions, we get better answers. Knowledge is only as good as our questions. Like, why did NASA hire Nazi soldiers who made a career out of murder? Because they're part of the same gang, baby. The name is also spelled the same too. As for JPL, the rocket group started by Jack Parsons, who is an occultist, great friends with Aleister Crowley, the Freemason. He was also great friends with the occultist Ron L. Hubbard, who created Scientology, and has ties with the Rosicrucian secret society that worships Saturn, also known as Satan in the occult world. They're all Luciferians, and it's in their religion to deceive. Why? To pretend that you're living on a floating ball, and that they looked everywhere in space and God doesn't exist. To confuse you of who you are and where you're at, to control your perceptions, and forget that you are an earth angel yourself. You're being tested. Right now you're being tested. You don't have to believe me. You can look on Wikipedia, use DuckDuckGo, and most of all, use your intuition. Use your intuition. Many secret society members work for the government. The devil's plan is to put himself in charge of all powerful leading roles of money and power, like the Vatican, the banking system, Hollywood, and politics. Here is the logo for the secret society women's group, Order of the Eastern Star, part of the Freemasons headquartered in Washington, D.C. The 5 points represent earth, air, water, fire, and spirit of man. It's placed upside down because Lucifer is bitter, still bitter he's not the boss, and is rebelling against God. He loves to turn everything upside down. Like the word live, spelled backwards, is evil. I know people from these groups here in LA, but as for me and my family, we serve the Most High. I only serve one master, baby, the Father of love. And my message is to remind you, he loves you. He loves you, baby. And no one is mightier than the Father of love. So boom, baby. The reason secret societies use 33 degrees is because they're the 1/3 that turn their backs on God. That's 33%. The 1/3. So shout out to all my spiritual warriors for spreading truth and love and showing no fear, as every cell in our body is filled with love and beauty. We speak love, hear love, see positive, infinite choices, and choose love every day and all night, baby. Because love, love, love. Love, love, love. So until next time, I ask you to like, share, and subscribe as I continue my journey to share my truth and love with you. Zolo, Xolo! Peace. I love you, baby.